Hey there folks, this is GreenXI, welcoming you right back to Let's Play Final Fantasy Tactics. This is episode 5. What we're going to be doing today is heading towards the merchant town of Dorter, down by there. This is actually post-commentary for this episode because it all screwed up while I was recording the first time, so we have to sort that out. In between the last episode and this episode, I had 5 battles in the swamp, which, you know, the Siege Wild, which obviously took us up a couple of levels as well as job levels, enough for the archer to turn to a thief, which is done by making a level 3 archer, and the knight up to a monk, which is done by getting a level 3 knight. The first town now has more equipment as well. Hold on, I'll show it now when it gets back on the map. I'm a bit ahead of myself, I think. This is what I was talking about it all, and it's just dragging on now. To apologise. Yeah, thief and monk, like I said. Obviously Delita and Argath didn't get any levels because they don't go in battles other than story battles. Oh yeah, the monk. This is about the new equipment in the first town of Garland, where we had the first battle. You get new equipment for mages, monks, thieves, everything apart from knights pretty much. You know, no pieces of metal armor and stuff. Anyway, time for Dorter. Yes, yeah, I know. I just told them about this. This is strange. I'm not used to doing post-commentary. Yeah, anyway. Okay, the city of Dorter is the first place where it can be properly tough. Is the place where it's the first place you can get properly stuck, I would say. When I was younger, I would always get stuck here because there's black mages for the first time. I won't say any more until we get to the battle though. For this battle, I didn't use the thief because the monk was a lower level, so I wanted to get him up a bit through the battle. I wasn't sure of the levels of the enemies either, so I was a little bit... I didn't know which one to use. It doesn't really matter which one. An archer would actually be good for this level. There's some high places to get them up there and shoot down, but we got a thief now, so that wasn't an option unless we wanted to switch back. Okay, plot progression. This is a new character. The more unique looking one's the new character. Do not speak false to me. I know what you've done. I do. See, this is a point where I was saying something, and now I'm not. Where's Gustav? I'll have it with him one way or another. I don't know. What are the Marquis? Where have you hidden him? Yeah, because we've come here, obviously, to find the Marquis. Tell me. And so is he, apparently. Oh, shit. What's Wiegraf like? Wiegraf. I will ask again, where are they? The desert. They're in the desert. Okay. The Sand Rat Siege. Hold. Yoda swords. My luck turns foul with the weather. Yeah, it's raining. It's raining. You can't see it very much in this game, but rain is a little bit weird. I've not seen that man before. You know him, Delta? I've seen his face, I'm sure of it. It was at Egros, just after the war's end. So he's an important person if he's been at the castle before. Egros Castle. You'll pardon me my misgivings, but this has not the look of any joyous reunion. Okay, like I was saying earlier, this is the first battle where we go up against black mages. Don't bother using magic against them, especially later on when they could have learnt return magic, which, if you use magic on them, they use the same spell back at you as a counter attack, and it doesn't use their turn up, so... yeah, don't bother with that. I just remembered. That man, his name is Wiegraf. He commanded the dead men during the war, a company of volunteers assembled from the peasantry. What? But that would make him... Aye, the commander of the Corpse Brigade. There's a lot of wording, a lot of names and stuff being thrown around in this game so far, so early on, that, at least in my opinion, it's hard to keep track of what's going on early on. But eventually it'll start sinking in as you carry on playing through the game, I think. Like I was saying, archers are a good class for this map. because of all the high places, especially this one up here. He can shoot down at anyone he wants from that position, anyone. And of course he goes for the white mage. It's quite a clever bit of AI in that sense. Kill the white mages off first. The black mages are really dangerous in this map. They're only level 2 and 3, but they still do a ton of damage. The good thing though is that they go down in like one hit, pretty much. Okay, I put him up by here in the hopes that it was just high enough not to be hit from the side. That's not quite the case. I wanted to have the monk go up there to go for the archer along with those two because he's a dangerous enemy to have by there. But he can do anything. Argath and Delta were in the way, as you'd expect. Cyclone, yeah, he learnt Cyclone. I taught him Cyclone, which is like the goblin spin punch that we saw in the Siege World, in the little swampy area. It can hit every enemy in every direction. Not corners though, not corner directions. I decided to heal her up a little bit because nobody else was hurt yet. It made more sense to me. The thing to watch out for though is that early on, obviously you won't got much MP, so if you heal too much, you might have a bit of an issue if the battle goes on too long. She couldn't reach all the way up there to the archer, which would have been the best thing, so I just left her alone for now. Sort it out after. Well, the black mage is amazing, they can't move very far, and their physical defense is bad, so you've got to be really careful with them. I wish you could rename the characters, that would be nice. I wonder if you can. Am I missing something? A little bit of work, a little bit of effort. Down he goes. It's really simple. Black mage is really easy to kill when you're at the levels that we are now. I think we're a little bit over leveled for this battle, but at the same time, good. Good. Getting stuck on this game is the worst thing in the world, knowing that you have to do a ton of level grinding. That's why I do a bit of level grinding a bit at a time between battles. It just makes things easier. To me at least. 49 damage because Knight's weak against magic attacks. So even though he hasn't got an elemental weakness twice, it still did quite a bit of damage. Of course he's going to throw a stone. Of course he is. Yeah, he loves doing that. Granted, it's a good move when you can't reach, when you can't quite reach an enemy. Ooh, critical hit. Of course he gained a level, little turd. See, even with bare fists, monks do a lot of damage, and you can learn a move with them where any character can just not equip anything and do the same amount of damage as a monk. It's good, but I like to use other abilities to cover that slot, that ability slot. This is why I let Argath and Delta go for the archer at the top. It's a very good reason for it. This is where I was a bit weirded out. Archers meant to have bows, right? But this one had a knife. Who knows? We couldn't quite reach the black mage, so there wasn't much we could do this turn with Ramza. Yeah, and this is where the black mage really came into her own. She could kill that archer in one hit. Just had to wait a couple of turns. So Delita's AI made it so that he didn't go for the archer. And guess what? A stone and the damage from falling off the cliff killed off the enemy. How amazing is that? How amazingly lucky is that? Yeah. Because the monk does so much damage, down he goes in one hit as well. We're definitely over leveled, I'm sure. Or just got good jobs for this part of the game. I wasn't sure whether to heal the monk or heal herself, but obviously I went for herself, the monk in the end. Down goes the archer. And heal up the monk after being hit by the magic. So obviously the two guest characters ain't going to be able to do much now. They're too far away. And the black mage, he's trying, but he's never going to win now. Sorted, battle done. Ramza's up to level 7. There's still some more plot coming up. Okay, so rewards. There's some good stuff from this battle, some really good stuff. 2,500 gil, as well as some more gil. There we go, 500. Iron sword is a good upgrade from the sword we have. Hempen robe, I think, is good for mages. I haven't tried equipping it yet, but I'll have a look. Just a bit more plot to finish things up. We know you have the brigade. There's no hiding it. I like Delta's sprite bio who's just leaning against the wall. Out with it. What have you done with the Marcus? Where are they hiding him? I don't know. You were with your commander, Wiegraf, when we came upon you. Where's he gone? Is Wiegraf in there? Sounds better. Mayhap a beat him would loosen your tongue. God, he's so... so violent. Enough, Argath. Listen well. A great host with the order at its van prepares a sweeping campaign that will bring to book your turncloak brigade. Van? You will die. You'll be hunted down to the last and slaughtered like the swine you are, for such is brigandry's reward. But you, pig, a lucky one. Tell us what we wish to know, and you may yet keep your bacon. So where's Wiegraf? I really like that metaphor they used though. How the bloody hell should I know? Ooh, kick to the face. I'll not bear your ribble tongue, rogue. Learn to guard it, if you'd not have it cut from your throat. I'm no rogue. Tell that to the men you've robbed. You nobles all the same. You think every man born outside castles, walls, less than human. We fought for this kingdom at peril of our very lives. At the moment the war was ended, you turned us out into the streets. What do you think makes you so special? Birth? Blood? What difference does it make? You kidnap men for ransom, then dare ask the difference between us? That's true, actually. No, the Marquis's kidnapping was no plan of Wiegraf's. He would never hold a man for ransom. Then who? Someone kidnapped the Marquis Almdor de Limbri. Yes, who? No answer. Speak. If not you, then on whom would you pin the deed? It was Gustav. Okay. Who is Gustav? Gustav Margraf, Lieutenant Commander of the Dead Men. So the Corpse Brigade was behind the kidnapping? No. We're not like Gustav. We fight to end the aristocracy, not to become it. To be treated as equals, as the men of honour we are. Oh, God alive, Argath. What do maggots know of honour? Oh, okay, we're back. That's enough, Argath. Again, he has to be told so many times. So where's this Gustav? In the Sandrat's siege. Sandrat? You're not of Gallion. Small wonder you've not heard of them. Sandrats are unique to the Zeklos Desert, north of Dorter. That's where we're heading to next. Huh? Do any villages lie between here and the desert? Villages? No, at least not anymore. But the desert men once had a settlement on the outskirts, and its ruins remain. Then that's where we'll find Gustav and the Marquis. How can you be so certain? A siege is a Sandrat's burrow, his home. Okay, that explains everything. So, next time we'll be going to the Zeklos Desert, like we just heard about. The town here only has some battle boots as new equipment. There's nothing hugely new about it. So, this has been Greeny XI. I hope you've enjoyed. I'll see you again next time when we head on up there. We won't be leveling, by the way. This town doesn't have battles, obviously, as a town. So, anyways, see you in a bit, folks.